Do you know what I'm not a fan of? New Year's resolutions. It's not just because most people don't follow through with them or anything like that. I mean, it's basically just a joke that people, it's like a joke that people know that you're not going to follow through with it. So it's kind of like New Year's resolutions don't really have much point when most people know they're going to make them and then just let them evaporate off into the air. It's mostly because I don't understand the point of waiting until the new year in order to make improvements and make positive changes in your life. Why do you need a new year to come around? Why can't it be mid-year or late year or whenever? Obviously, if it's something seasonal, then you might have to wait for a certain time of year, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the people who wait until the new year before they're going to start their gym membership or their diet plan or that new thing, that next step they want to take in their life. It's this excuse, it's this reason like, oh, I'm going to do that as my New Year's resolution. And it's like, if that's something you identify that you need to do now, why not just start now? So basically the point that I'm driving at here is that I want to make a New Year's resolution. My New Year's resolution is to continue doing what I've been doing. If you don't know, then I actually started vlogging as a means of improving myself and trying to get myself out and about and doing some of the things that I love that I haven't normally done for years because I've been too afraid to do it. So if you're new to the channel, then you may not know that I actually deal with social anxiety, and part of my YouTube endeavors of my main channel that I came from started as a way to try and cope with that and overcome some of the issues that I had with, in particular, hearing my own voice recorded or seeing myself on camera. And I've eventually, if you read the description on this channel, that's kind of what I've worked up to with that channel, and I eventually started vlogging a few times on it to kind of get used to the idea of what that is and what it feels like to do it. So now I decided to start this channel and push that even further, and you can hear the dogs over there. But basically what I want to do, and the point of this video, is to talk about what I want to do in the future and how I want things to progress. And it's very difficult when you're not in the habit of doing something that is difficult for you to do, to get started with it and actually get going. So essentially that's all to say is I want to try and make an effort, and my 2018 goal is to improve on the things that I've already been working on improving on, and stepping beyond the boundaries, doing what the impossible is to me. And when I say the impossible, I'm basically talking about when you're sitting at home or wherever you are, maybe you have a job and you're sitting in your job and you think about the things that you would want to do with your time that's not what you're doing right now, and for some reason that seems impossible beyond the scope of your own mind because that's not what you're doing right now. So taking the first step and doing that next thing that would take a step towards that goal and that idea is something that you don't do because it just seems impossible. But really, in a lot of cases, it's about taking just the smallest step, the smallest step you can possibly take in that direction. So in my case, for example, if I have anxiety and I'm feeling like recording a vlog, like today, like this very day, like what I was feeling before I started recording this one, you're feeling like you can't do it. Like there's just no motivation there. There's too much discouragement, too many things getting in the way. I have had so many distractions trying to record this video. It is absurd, but I'm persevering. I'm trying to anyway. I'm pushing through and just trying to see what I can make happen. So if it's as simple as going outside, setting up a camera and recording, or if it's as simple as just making that little purchase for that thing that you need, or maybe you don't need it and maybe you should just do it with what you got. It doesn't really matter. Whatever it is that you feel is holding you back, even if it simply is your own mind. And I really think that is the key to making lasting changes in your life, especially if it's a change that can lead to more changes which most changes I would say are, it's about getting that momentum going. Because if you get going with something and then you stop, or if something stops you and you feel like you can't get over it, then what do? How do you keep that momentum going? And I think part of it is you have to mentally keep it going. If there's no way that you can overcome the circumstance for the time being, then you have to find some way in your mind to try and keep that momentum going, keep that idea in your head, and further it in whatever way that you can. I think in the end, you really have to act on it in some way. You can't always just sit there and think about it. You have to act on it. You got to do something. You have to take one little step in that direction and then be determined, if nothing else, taking that step every single day or every single opportunity that you have, even if you can't take the next step yet. Just be on course. So that's kind of what I'm going for. That's what I want to do with this channel and with my time and with myself. I'm gonna do my best to keep taking that next step, that first step, whatever it's got to be, and try to build a habit out of it and see where that path leads. And just in case it seems like I'm just speaking some kind of motivational BS, I don't know if this video is going to turn out. Right now, I'm out here, I'm trying to record it. Like I said earlier, I've had so many distractions. I honestly don't know if this video is going to turn out. I don't know if I've screwed up because I'm experimenting with the camera. I don't know if the dogs making noises are going to cause problems, or is going to cause problems that would make this video unusable. But if you're watching this, then clearly I was able to do something with it, apparently. So even if you're trying to do something and it feels like maybe you're failing at it, the point is you have to do it. You have to go through the motions. You have to try to do the thing that you want to do. And even if you're failing, you're still doing it.